Alright lads, what's the crack? Today I'm going to talk about queuing around the brace. Again, back in with another queuing around the brace video. We're going to talk around the chest up queue, which can be incredibly misleading. It comes from like weightlifting coaching, like snatch, clean and jerk, high bar, squat, where you really want to keep the load on the legs. However, it leads to a bit of misinformation, and it leads to a bit of misinterpretation when it comes to people lifting heavy. So this video is probably, well, it's relevant for anyone that wants to squat or deadlift as much as possible while protecting your back. But it's maybe more relevant to powerlifting. So basically, where it comes down to, when we want to create and if you want to like see someone else who talks about this, if you look for Chris Duffin, Kabuki Strength Systems, he talks around this quite a bit, does a good job of it, so you check him out. So when we talk around the brace, really what we're talking about is we're talking about trying to fill the diaphragm with air as much as possible, but also to try and make the trunk as strong as possible so the trunk doesn't become a weak link. Part of the trunk, part of the musculature, part of the brace per se is the abdomen. If you know anything about muscle action and muscle strength, you'll know that the bigger a joint is, the larger the joint angle, typically speaking, the less amount of force it can produce, or the weaker it is. For example, core squats are a thing because if I go in this range, I can lift way more weight because my joint angles are way smaller, the lever arms are way smaller, the travel of distance is way smaller. So therefore, I am in a position to use more weight quite easily, or to produce more force quite easily within that narrow remit. Same with a curl. If I half rep a curl, I can lift way more, but as soon as I have to come all the way down, stretch, and maybe even hold, then all of a sudden it becomes way more difficult to produce the force required to lift the load. So when we talk around the brace, if you think about, so part of the brace is the abdominal wall, or the rectus abdominals, external obliques, your abs, basically. So we can do two things with the abs, right? We can extend, or we can contract. So if we extend, we lengthen the position, we elongate the joints of the spine, around the back, and we basically make it a lot weaker. If we bring everything in closer, here, kind of make a crunching motion, so rolling the pelvis, rib cage down, and then from that position, whether we got a load here or a load here, if we breathe and tense in that position, and then really focus on tension here, we're going to hold a way stronger position. We're going to be much stronger. If you ever try to walk with heavy farmers or to walk with a heavy yoke, you're going to be, when you pick it up, you're going to be in this position. You're going to tilt forward here, and you're going to be in that position. When you pick up heavy farmers, you're going to be tucked in here, rib cage down, in that position. When you start moving, you're not going to see anyone at World's Strongest Man pick up a yoke like this, or pick up farmers like this, and walk like this. I mean, it looks fucking ridiculous, right? If I was going to say to you, right, we're going to like pick up two heavy farmers and we're going to stick our ass out, stick our chest out and walk like that. It seems fucking ridiculous because it is fucking ridiculous. But when we go into a situation where we're teaching someone to squat, bar on the back, chest out, ass out, oh, that's good. That's good information because reasons. Or if I go to deadlift, chest out, ass out, oh, that looks good for reasons. The rationale is the same. I'm trying to create tension. I'm trying to lift a load, a heavy load, in the strongest position possible. That's not the strongest position possible. This right here is the strongest position possible. So why I'm talking about specifically around the chest up cue, when I'm squatting, standing up, if someone's like chest up, I'm going to think doing this. Or if I'm deadlifting and this happens, someone might say chest up, and I'm going to think about doing this. I'm going to think about independently articulating my spine, specifically my thoracic spine, into extension. I'm going to elongate the muscles of the trunk, and I'm going to move into a weaker position. And it's not going to be as strong. So, that's why I'm saying get rid of the chest up cue. Because if I'm deadlifting a heavy load, and I'm in the right position, there's nothing wrong with that. It's fine. I don't have to go into this position and do that. Even going into that position feels fucking horseshit. So rather than thinking about chest up as a cue or pushing your chest into the back as a cue, just try and think about brace and push, right? So if I grab the bar from here, brace. So shorten the position, rib cage down, roll and tuck the pelvis, breathe in, tense, and then come into position and push. So brace and push. Brace, push. That's it, simple, right? So there are other, so if I'm talking about a squat, walking it out, set position, brace, move, brace and push. Brace and push. Push into the floor. As I talked in the last video, the goal here is to produce ground reaction force. To produce ground reaction force, I've got to think about pushing into the floor as hard as possible. And to help someone do that, we need to put them in the strongest position possible, which is a brace position. And then we can figure around their levers, how they're built, what the best lift for them is, whether a conventional lift with the hips high is a better position, or a sumo position is better for them, or in a squat is a high bar better, is a low bar better. What stance is better? We should be looking at the lifter as an individual, trying to figure out what the most economical way for them to move is under heavy load, and then teach them in the simplest terms how to produce the most stable position, how to be in the most balanced position, and how to produce as much force through the floor as possible. Ground reaction force is the sport. So let's focus on producing ground reaction force. Brace and push is what I would like you to go away. Think about it. Try it. See how it feels. If it feels better, then hit me with a like. Hit me with a thumbs up. Subscribe. Pay me for coaching. Give me your fucking money. Thank you very much for watching. Check you in the next one.